couldn't help myself. Yay, I'm live! Hold on, let me just share it. Yeah, copy the video link. Gotta make sure I post it on Twitter. You know how it is. There we go. Alright. Let's switch over to the game. Hello everyone! Welcome! I just shared the link on Twitter so that people know where I'd be out here. I'd be streaming. I am streaming today, and I know I don't stream often. I felt like playing Monster Hunter 3. But, I've been playing lots of Monster Hunter 3, so I decided let's play Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. But we're just gonna pretend it's 3, because 3 Ultimate is not my favorite version of 3, but it has more stuff in it that I like. In other words, I can't decide if I like base 3 or 3 Ultimate more. Like, they're kinda... Like, I like Port Tanzia, whatever. So, number one, hello. I'm gonna get my chat open on my phone. So that I can see y'all. Am I playing on 3DS? Yes, this is the 3DS version. Have I played Monster Hunter Generations? No. No? What? Yes, of course I have. Actually, I was thinking of playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, instead of Try. But I decided to play Monster Hunter 3 instead. Yeah, I know this is a bit of a weird time to stream, but like, who cares? I'll just stream. I'm not gonna worry about how many people are watching or whatever. We're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna play Monster Hunter 3. We're gonna start a new save file. Now, I know what you're wondering. Jacob, why do you prefer Port Tanzia? Couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. We're gonna make Chirno. Our character will be Chirno. Clothing? I guess it doesn't really matter. Clothing color? Let's make it blue. This is really, it's really slow. You don't see the other menu. There's another menu on the bottom that is in the other screen, but I have the other screen cut off so that it's just the main screen, because that's all you're gonna want to see. And then my webcam. I'm wearing a yellow shirt, which I hoped would actually show up on camera, but it doesn't. It's registered as green. So yeah. Yeah, the main reason why I like Port Tanzia is because they're wearing the sailor uniform, and I just prefer the sailor uniform. Face, I feel like the normal face is probably the best one. Normal. That one's not bad. What is normal again? Yeah, maybe I'll just go with normal. What color is... Chirno's eyes are blue, right? You can't change the eye color, right? Or can you? Can you do that in this game? Features. Yeah, you can't change eye color. Eye color changes with the, Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. Hairstyle. What's like the standard? This is the standard, right? The standard's pretty good. I'm not really picky. Yeah, let's just go with the standard, and let's just make it Cherno blue. Eye color might be tied to face. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's tied to face, just like in Try. That's kind of Cherno colored, right? Yeah, let's go. Voice? I mean, we could just go standard. Oh, we could make it more anime. This Type 6 is very nostalgic for me. I think I might go with that one. Why aren't they saying words? I want my character to say, to insult the monster and be like, hey, foul creature. Hey, foul creature. No, I want standard. Welcome to the world of Monster Hunter. Foul creature. Oh, I need to actually. I can't let the cutscene play. Because if the cutscene plays, then it'll copyright my stream, and I won't be able to make money off of it. Can I skip? I cannot skip the intro either, so we're just gonna have to. But this is perfect time for me to plug my Lego Monster Hunter builds. So for those who've been keeping up with the Patreon, again, what's happening right now is the cutscene's playing, but I can't have it play. We will be playing the game in a second, but I'm gonna quickly plug my Monster Hunter Lego build. So, I just released Spines. Oh, he's green. I forgot he's green. So, Spines does not show up on camera because he's green. But I did do Spines. You know, his mouth opens. Yeah. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'll pull up images. Okay, so I've got renders. Okay. Today I released Spines and the variants. So let me just quickly pull open. Here we are. Bam! Check this out. Lego Spines is now on my Patreon. Instructions are available. Now, of course, I know what you're wondering. Jacob, is there burning a Spines? I don't know why I keep calling it burning. It's not called burning. Is there flaming a Spines? Yes, there is. Check him out. Look at that. Flaming a Spines is also available now. Thank you again for all the support of making this project a reality. And of course, I can't forget, we got one more Spines. All right. People like Spines, I'm gonna deliver a Spines, alright? The rare species Spines, that's right. Never showed up in Sunbreak, big shame. But white Spines, or pearl Spines, or just Spines, rare species, whatever you prefer, is also available as instructions. This one is significantly more expensive because of the part usage than the regular type. But I think it looks beautiful. How are we looking with 3DS right now? We are still in the cutscene. It's slow, and I know if it plays, it'll copyright the thing. So I want to ask y'all, what is happening right now? There's like, what is that? Oh, that's this. I need to ask y'all, what monsters are you waiting for me to build? I'm currently working on Valhazox still. I should get Valhazox done soon. And in the meantime, I'll be releasing like the rest of my smaller monsters that need to be... I'll pull up an example. Like, Cephadrome. Cephadrome is a monster that I have done, but I haven't released the instructions for yet. So Cephadrome is probably going to be next, or Blangunga. Blangunga is another one that I haven't released yet, so I'm going to be doing some smaller, less popular monsters for the time being. Why are they screaming? Oh, right, because there's an earthquake. I forgot. Lucent Espinas. Oh, for sure. Great Macau. I released Great Macau. Great Macau is done. I have the prototype of Great Macau, but I don't really like the way that it looks. I can show you guys what the final version of Great Macau looks like. Give me a second. Where's Macau? Great Macau. See? Great Macau! There he is! Look at that. I've come around to really like Great Macau, and the Macaus in general. The game is back. Our game is back, so I'm just gonna remove this. And let's get back to playing the game. Morning, Hunter! You sleep well? Dalamadur, bruh, Dalamadur is eventually. I do want to do Dalamadur. I will do Dalamadur. Are you jumping straight into hub on this run? No, I don't think I will. I think I'll, I do want to go to hub. Whoa, my green screen's kind of faulty. I do want to go to hub. There's like one line of pixels on that side of the screen. It's OCD is acting up. But I don't think I think I'll play a little bit offline. I'll try to at least get to like Cedius maybe. Just enough, or maybe I'll just get myself going. You know, get Cha-Cha, get Kayamba, get some good equipment, move online. I think so. I think that's what we're gonna do. But I gotta deal with that line there on the side of the screen. I cannot have that. That's unacceptable. So let me just quickly... I think it's in... Perfect. I think I got rid of it. Alright, back to the game. Is any comfort to you? Moga Village hasn't seen 2 quakes in the same day yet. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Nature provides Moga Village with everything we need. The woods and the sea are our castle, and it's a good one. It's like, as folk like to say, living here long enough builds sinew and character. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. No, we've got our share of turbulence, and you can take that literally. Have you heard of the Lagombi? It's a foul pernicious? Whoa, pernicious? Pernicious. Pernicious? That is a new word. What does that mean? Sea monster that just decided to move into the neighborhood. With a tyrant like that thrashing about, our hunting fleet be lucky to escape alive. Yeah, this is why I skipped the dialogue. It just goes on. It's such flavor text. Moga Village needs a hunter. The guy Chris is mighty. Powerful for any human to tangle. Too powerful. And one day, just like the rest of us, it has to die. If I was 30 years younger, I'd go clean its clock myself. But I'm only mortal. Okay. Yep. Alright, here we go. So first things first, I'm gonna sell all the equipment in here that I do not need. So I don't use dual blades, I don't use hammer, I don't use hunting horn, I don't use gunlance. I don't really want to use switch axe. I am most likely going to use longsword and lance, and then sometimes greatsword. I could use sword and shield, but I feel like we could use sword and shield for like the first couple hunts. Yeah, we could do that just for fun. Ooh, they gave me a lamp. Do you get that in base try? Does it give you a lamp like right away? Having a harmful effect, especially in gradual, subtle way. Lagaiacris, a cool sounding monster. I hope he gets treated right in later games. Yeah. What's the difference between Try and 3 Ultimate? Dude, there's too many differences to list. Like, it's actually, like, insane how many differences there are. It's, some of them are small, some of them are big. Like, it's crazy. Do they give you equipment right off the bat, too, in Try? I actually don't remember. Welcome back, boss. Actually, it might be a good idea to go online just for a little bit. Try does give you a lamp. Yeah, I want, oh, I can't even upgrade my equipment. I would love Charge Blade in this game. There's two things I want in Try more than any... There's three... Okay, if it's 3 Ultimate... So, Monster to Try, I think, is a perfect game. The one thing that I want is... Here's what I want from Try. A G-Rank expansion. So 3 Ultimate is kind of that. Not really. I want Kieran in the game. It's a pretty simple ask. I want Charge Blade in the game. Both those things are not going to happen. And then the other thing I wanted was Subspecies, which thankfully 3 Ultimate gave me Subspecies. So I got a G-Rank expansion and Subspecies in this one. If only Kieran was in this. So yeah, I can go into Moga Woods. Whetstone. Can I go to the farm yet? Okay, they let you go to the farm. I'm gonna speedrun this. Blue mushroom. Can I get the pig? Grunt? Grunt? Oh, I can name you. Oh, Oscar. That's what I always name my pig. Change costume? Nah, you're good. What a mysterious statue. Pretty sure Try doesn't give you armor, it only gives you sword and shield. Hey Jacob, I think we need a badger monster. We have it, it's Arzuros. I mean, I would be down to building Arzuros. I think that also, like, they should do another, like, low-tier, like, mammalian monster that's like Arzuros, because I feel like Arzuros has been around too much. Alright, yeah. Hi! Oh. It might be faster for me to go to Port Tanzia. Can I buy things? Buy. Perfect. It might be faster for me to go to Port Tanzia and mine in the volcano. Because do they not give it to you, like, right away? Yep, that's a lot of tutorials. Okay, we're gonna do solo Marina. Every time I see Try gameplay, it literally looks like just looks like a vibe. It is a vibe. 3rd gen, and it's like a 90-minute tutorial. Yeah. Whoa, why are things sped up? What's happening? Port Tanzia. I really do prefer Port Tanzia. I love the sound of the music. I love the vibe. It's such good vibes. What did I do? The game crashed. Okay, we don't talk to that cat. We do not talk to that cat. What? Where is my game now? There it is. Okay, does that mean I have to watch the... No, we're good. Oh, good, we're good. No, okay. Alright. Alright. Let's try this again. Okay. We will not talk to the cat. Oh snap, I have to sell my equipment again. Should be fine. You got lots of good money. Wow, you sell some good stuff. Ice crystal? Good to know. Do you plan on building Banbaro eventually? Oh, yeah. No, Banbaro is eventual. Because I know Banbaro is up there in popularity. You see, like, to me, I'm more of a, wow, is it really that easy to upgrade? I'm more of a fan of, what's it called? Duramboros. But I know that Banbaro is more publicly known. Decorations. Well, everything is just open to you. Everything. What about legs? Okay, hold on. Can I buy, like, a different pair of legs? Yeah, give me some... Ayo, Yukimo? LocLac. I can just get the LocLac equipment? It's kind of expensive. Can I afford it? Toggle. Yeah, I want LocLac. Yeah, let's equip. Oh, right, there's no arms. There we go. Well, that's pretty. Look at me. Duramboros and Banbaro are both cool. Yeah! The scenes are sped up because it's 60 FPS. Oh, that makes sense. Sorry, my Monster Hunter... Free... Are you... MHF is in Freedom, not Frontier? Your Freedom playthrough? And I want to thank everyone for joining me today. I know I don't stream often, and when I do, it's kind of all over the place. I actually probably should have gone with the leather equipment, shouldn't I? I got Pro Transporter, but I probably want those the Gathering set. Shoot! Freedom. Yeah, Freedom is fun. But I think I prefer Monster Hunter G for the Wii over Freedom, just because of some of the things. I actually really don't like the farm in Freedom. The farm in Freedom is not a huge fan of. Okay, we'll stick to leather for now. Money management is huge in the older titles. Alright, let's buy some iron pickaxes. And then we should be good. Arena. Can I just do the arena? Do I have any arena? No, I don't. I don't have any arena quests. What's the fastest way to get the sailor armor in this game? Who knows? Does anyone know? Is it like high rank only? The official hunter. You know, maybe I will just stick to online. Let's just see how I do. I feel like I could handle it. I know how to increase my HR. Not gonna check event quests. Oh yeah, look at that! I can already go to the tundra. Yes, let's go. I'm gonna buy hot drinks, because I'm gonna assume that they're not gonna give me any. I know in 4th gen they do, but I don't know about 3rd gen. Which is the combination that gives you... Is it... There we go. Try again after you register with the old guy. Oh, yeah, maybe I should. Does the Wii version have... No, none of the versions have 60 FPS. Are we talking about G or try? That was interesting that you didn't mention the Freedom 1 farm in your DOS video. It would have helped make your point about selling Monster for instance was the best way to get Kokoto points. Wow, that is fast. And yeah, they... Did they? I don't think they gave me hot drinks, and I don't want to bother checking. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in the Monster 2 video that I really should have covered that I just didn't. Because, wow, yeah, this game runs fast. This is faster than Simu. Maybe it was a good idea going with Monster Hunter, with the 3DS version. You know, I would say like 2 years ago, running the 3DS version of on Citra was kind of insanely hard. Like, you needed a really beefy computer. Did you play DOS out of the full English patch? Yeah, I did. I actually played a little bit on stream, even. I played a little bit of the DOS English patch. It is nice to have everything fully translated, for sure. But and also it's nice to have, like, updated control scheme, because that's a separate mod that you can get. But ultimately, playing Monster 2 again, in my opinion, there are two Monster 2 red pills, alright? The first Monster DOS red pill is that Monster 2 DOS is an awesome game. The second Monster 2 DOS red pill is that Monster 2 DOS is a terrible game. And both those things can coexist, and depending on my mood, I hate Monster 2 DOS, or I love Monster 2 DOS. It's a lot like Monster Hunter Rise. I feel the exact same way, where it's like, depending on the day, I'm very unhappy with the game, or I'm very happy with the game. Fast gathering really makes carving way better. Oh right, yeah, they can poison you. Whoa, one of them poisoned the other one. That's crazy. This is 60 FPS. I'm playing at 60 FPS right now, on Citra. I did not bring whetstones, so I'm just gonna have to suffer. I would probably play it after I'm done with Monster Freedom. Just we'll do Village Quest until the end, I guess. A little curious about the story. Yeah, the story of Monster Hunter has always been pretty simple. I don't know, I get kind of, like, weird when people, like, really hype up the story of Monster Hunter as if it's, like the older games. Like, the older games, as if they're, like, really groundbreaking. I would say that the games didn't get, like, an actual decent story until probably the 4th game. A lot of what makes, I guess, the narrative... Not the narrative. What makes the world interesting is a lot of, like, the subtle subtext. It's a lot of subtextual reading. Like, a lot of the best parts about Monster Hunter is the subtextual readings. not what's directly happening. Because a lot of what's actually happening is nothing. There's nothing happening. Because nothing is happening right now. There is no story. Where is Shakalaka? Where is Shakalaka? Oh, Cha-Cha? I haven't unlocked him yet. I immediately went online to go to the Tundra to mine so I can upgrade my weapons. This is my speed-running tactic. I just enjoy seeing how the older Elder Dragons of flagships are introduced. Yeah, that's really nice. I miss your old PFP. The cat. The cat in the shirt. Well, maybe one day I'll get a different new PFP. We'll see. I wanted to go with something that's more immediately recognizable, so I think Rathalos is just better. Because, like, before, like, my channel was, like, Monster Hunter commentary, but now my channel is definitely more, like, it's more focused on my Lego now, as well as the commentary, and I feel like I want to look like I'm selling, not selling, but like I'm providing a service, and like I want it to feel toy-like, is what I'm trying to say. It should feel like it's, yeah. There we go. I know people like the cat in the shirt. I will say, like all my streams, I'm gonna be reading the chat, like, constantly, even more so than probably focusing on the game. So feel free to ask me, like, any question, and feel free to do deep dives into, like, discussing Monster Hunter. That's what I'm here for. If you just, like, honestly, I think the best part about the streams is when people try to pick my brain about, like, weird, like, autistic tangents that they've had about Monster Hunter, and they're just like, Jacob, what's your thoughts on I don't know, the lore of White Fatalis, and I'd be like, alright. Got some honey, some stone, monster fluid, ice crystal, light crystal, that's great! Okay. I prefer thoughts on Monster Hunter now? Oh, I'm not gonna play it. Jacob, you are based. Thank you! You're based. You're all based! Okay, let's upgrade. So, I need Maclite ore. Oh, this I can upgrade. Iron sword. Yeah, this will be good for dealing with small monsters, I think. I need more iron ore. And Maclite ore. What about armor, though? Can I make... No. I'm gonna stick to this armor set anyway for a little bit. Let's see what arena quests are available. Rajang versus Brachydios? Rajang. Wait, Oh, look at this! Yeah, we got some arena quests. Let's do it. Lagombi! Probably the worst of the bear trio, Lagombi. Yeah, I don't know what would win. Rajang or... or Brachydios. I'm using a texture pack, which is why my textures are, like, good. I don't think I have it for the monsters, though. I don't think I have updated textures for the monsters. You want a Monster Hunter fighting game that's needlessly overly complex? That'd be fun. Fighting game fans love complex fighting games, I've noticed. But the non-fighting game fans want very simple games. I struggle with fighting games because, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of competitive games to begin with. Shoot. I need to sharpen. That only works if he's not mad. Are bombs a must for solo guild quests in the older games? What is the best way to solo them? Bombs are helpful, but I don't think that they're efficient in, like, every situation. I would say, like Gravios, bombs are really useful, because they do fixed damage, where, like, normally your weapon is bouncing, so it's just difficult to even land combos. So bombs are helpful in that regard. If the monster is sleeping, yeah, bombs are always helpful. Wow, that was fast. I probably did not get a good time, though. Quest info. I have to get... Oh! No, I did get a good time. Okay. Cool. Do you think they'll introduce a new weapon in Monster Hunter 6? What do you, if you do, what do you want? I don't think they'll introduce a new weapon. I think they're just gonna keep working on what they have. They said multiple times that the weapons... Wow! I got 3? Thank you. They've said multiple times that they're happy with the weapon types that they have already. There's a good variety, and they're all very complex already. I mean, it'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if they did one, but... Do arena quests count towards your slay total? Like, is that a thing? I actually don't know. Like, it's a legitimate question. I think I might do better with Greatsword. I think I might do better with Greatsword. I was about to check the item box again. It's just like impulse. Oh, that timing is really weird. Okay. Shoot. Praying for Laggy. I don't know, guys. I don't think Laggy's gonna be coming back. I'm not hopeful. The environments are shiny in G Ultimate. They're definitely brighter. Like, everything is way more saturated. Even more saturated than, like, even this game. And this game is pretty saturated. I'm pretty sure I have a texture pack for the equipment, which is why the equipment looks really nice. I don't know if the monsters, I have a texture pack for these monsters. I'm not sure. I keep getting poisoned. Not what I want. I'll never forgive Sunbreak for Lava Almudron. They weren't cooking and had a whole other goat built for it already. Again, like, the big thing is that they wanted to avoid monsters that were very long. So they wanted to make sure that all their new monsters are more box-like and not rectangular. I want to do a whole video about this, but there's definitely a clear trend where, like, older Monster Hunter focused on monsters that were, like they just had longer bodies, while now they mostly focus on monsters with, that are more, square. Or, like, they'll do things like they'll bunch themselves up instead of being long. Like, the moment you start fighting, Almudron, he kind of, like, bundles himself up. And most of his attacks are all around his body and not just, front and back. Like Royal Luderoth here, he's not as long as Lagiacrus. But Lagiacrus is very long. Shoot. I'm not doing well. I am not doing well! I probably should have went with Sword and Shield. Probably would have been a better option. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it. Oh, he's tired. The volcano in, there we go. That's the timing. The volcano in G Ultimate does look pretty bad compared to how it looks in 2nd gen. Definitely looks better in 2nd gen. I mean, a lot of the stuff that was in Generations Ultimate just looks better in 2nd gen. Yeah, I do not have that timing down at all. I've not been playing Tri Greatsword. Do you think we'll get a new Snake Wyvern? That'd be awesome! I'd love a new Snake Wyvern. That would be sick, actually. I'd really like that. There we go. Should've dodged. Love a true Snake Wyvern with no arms. Me too. That'd be really cool. Just like, it's literally just a giant snake. I would love that. Don't smack me. I keep letting that happen. I should be closer to his other claw so that he doesn't smack me. I like how Freedom Unite had monsters like bugs and monkeys. Well, Rise has that too. Oh right, he can smack with his other hand. Okay, alright, so it doesn't matter what claw I'm next to, you can just smack with both. Maybe I should just be guarding. Can I guard this? Yeah. Probably should have gone with the Sword and Shield for this fight. frankly. Ah! Queen Vespoid and Congalala. It's cool. Yeah, I would love... Okay. I'd love if they were to bring back, like, Celtis Queen and stuff. Come on, he's gotta be almost dead, right? Oh, I'm almost dead. Shoot. Ah! I'm okay. I'm all good. I'm alive. I love Tidal Naturella so much, I even stole it. I'd also like to know how the engines on the airships work. What's powering? Dragon energy. No, it's probably like coal. It's probably just steam-based. G Ultimate sort of has like a steampunk aesthetic to it. If I actually knew how to play Greatsword, maybe I would have beaten this by now. With it being obvious, World and Rise are the team figuring themselves out with gameplay. I look forward to seeing what they'll eventually finally master it more. Yeah, I think that Monster 6 is going to be incredible. I think it is going to be more of an anniversary game than like a true like World 2. But I think that that's okay. I think that we need an anniversary game. I think we need to like a true celebration of the series. And if that means bringing back a lot of old monsters, that's perfect. The next game managed to bring back bring back and combine themes from 3 and 4, being more about coexisting with nature. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to have those themes of coexisting with nature when the gameplay is just so counter to that these days. The gameplay is very it's very focused on just the gameplay loop. There's not a lot of incentive to... if there was more focus on the other gameplay loops, that's what I mean to say. If there was more focus on the other gameplay loops, then I think the games would have that stronger theming. Okay, the poison is starting to get annoying, my friend. I don't think we need another celebration game. It's so weird because like Generation, like Cross, came out as a anniversary game, but the time in between new Monster Hunter titles is becoming longer and longer. That now we're finally at a point where it is the 20th anniversary. It's funny. Oh, he's almost dead. Yeah, I'm playing on 3DS. There we go. That took too long. I really wish they brought back the farm or things like commodities from 3, but I really doubt. I don't think that the farm is necessary. I keep talking about it in all my videos, but I actually think that I think the idea in our head is that farm equals return to nature, but I think it's actually counterintuitive. I think that a farm is actually anti-nature, because you're not returning to nature to get the items. You're actually you're industrializing it. Just a thought. The next monster is Barioth, isn't it? What are the weapon choices? Voucher, thank you. You give me some well done meat? So perfectly tasty. Nice. Feels so recent when it was the 15th in 2019. Yeah, like that was crazy. Oh, longsword, here we go. Barioth. I think it'd be easier now to do a more nuanced hunting coexisting narrative in a stories game. Yeah, probably. Might Seed? Sure, I can do a Might Seed. Is that permanent, the Might Seed? Oh, this is weird Barioth, isn't it? Weird Barioth. It's gonna do a bunch of hip checks. Barioth is weak to thunder? I don't remember him being weak to thunder. I thought it was fire. Maybe they just give me thunder to troll with me. Yo, I cannot iframe for shit. Oh yeah? At least I lived. Did they give me nullberries? No, they didn't. Would you guys like to live in the world of MH even if you couldn't be a hunter? Yeah. I mean, it'd be very dangerous, but I think that it would be fine. People are very happy in this world. You kind of have to learn to be happy with all the terrible things. Excited for DOS multiplayer? Actually, I already have access to it because I'm a YouTuber. I just haven't been playing it because I just don't care. Like I'm honest. Like right now I'm in a mood where I don't really want to play DOS. I'm not really happy with the game. Like I feel like I got what I needed out of DOS and I don't need to play it anymore. Also, like I actually just don't have the time to be playing. I don't play video games religiously, like a lot of the other people who do. Yeah, I don't. I'm usually like working, or I'm, working on like my hobbies, like the Lego, because I find that more fun than actually playing the games. But that's just me. And I just don't have time for online servers. I play solo anyway, that's the other thing. Like, I've always played solo. I was more excited for the full English translation patch than I was for the online servers. Oh, can I finally get a full combo? Nice. What was that? There was no wind up to that bite. He just did it. Okay, if he's still tired, I'm gonna sharpen my sword. Oh, I have speed sharpening. Cool. Okay. Rise Barioth is weird. I'm not a fan. I'm not really a fan of Barioth in general. I think he has a really great design, but like I don't need him to come back. I think that there are better... I think the Nargacuga and T-Rex are better in every way. He's just weird. Like, he's trying to be both T-Rex and Nargacuga, and I think he fails at being both. Wow, this guy... I like Worlds Barioth. Do not slander my baby girl. That's fair. And like I understand like why a lot of people would like Barioth. It's just the more I've looked at him and fought him and just like, yeah, I don't know. He's kinda iffy. I think people need to stop comparing them, although I know it's not gonna happen. Frostfang. I feel like Frostfang was able to sort of identify himself and be his own thing. I definitely think that Barioth fits better. Okay, so like if you were to frame Barioth as like the harder version of both T-Rex and Nargacuga, like a combination of the two, then I think that it works out well. But in a lot of these games, they actually place Barioth before T-Rex and Nargacuga. Usually it's Barioth, then Nargacuga, then T-Rex. But whoa! Okay, I would argue that Barioth should be a higher, like a more dangerous monster. It should be higher on the list. It should be above T-Rex. Like, I'd love to see a Barioth take on, I'd love to see it take on, oh, he's right here, a T-Rex and win. But they won't do that. I like how his tail swipe gave me Ice Blight, and we're in a desert arena. That's really cool. Okay, if I can break his other wing, he'll get a topple. Perfect. Yeah, I don't like this Barioth. 3 ultimate Barioth is, like, odd. And then, yeah, you just... oh, goodness. Hot take, Iceborne Fatalis, hard but fun. Iceborne Furious Rajang. Yeah, I just can't. See, here's the thing. I like the fight against Iceborne Furious Rajang. I actually really like that fight. I don't like the Fatalis fight. I think I actually do think that fight it's purposefully nonsense, and that's probably for the best. Because for anyone who's actually hunted Fatalis in like 1st or 2nd gen, yeah, it's bullshit. Like, the fight is bullshit. Most of his attacks instantly just kill you. Like, there's no mercy. So I think it's very fair and very fitting. But, frankly, I never liked old Fatalis, and I still don't like new Fatalis. I think that Elatreon is a better black dragon. I do not like the hip check. Yeah, I'm just gonna fly again. Oh yeah? I really like Rise Amatsu. Yeah. It's kind of just Ichinose, just like, I don't know, stroking off. Like, it was fun, but it was definitely like, it just felt like, they're like, wow, remember Portable Third? They didn't even change the music, which is fine. The music was already perfect. No point changing something that's already perfect. It's just odd. I don't know, it's weird. It's neat. Interesting choice, Ichinose. I don't know why I'm going for the tail. There's no point. I should just be going for the head. He's got to be close to death. Right? Took a bunch of photos of your LEGO monster figures outside in their environments. Post them tomorrow. Oh, yo. Yo, I'd love to see that. Yeah, definitely tag me in that. When you get to the best gear... When you get the best gear, I swear Fidelis is like the most epic fight in the franchise. Then they want to bring back Underwater. They've been wanting to bring back Underwater a lot, but every single time they go to implement it, it's just a waste of time and resources. I guess think about it like this, like, when they try to implement new features into Monster Hunter, it ends up taking a lot of time and resources. So, imagine you're developing a new game, and you need to develop a new gimmick for that game. Like, World had a bunch of new gimmicks. Sort of like, for example, like the Zora Magdaros fight. So, Zora Magdaros took a year of development time. And if we can imagine, if they also took this, like, time to do Underwater as well, it probably would have taken, like, at least an extra year to finish the game. And that just doesn't... That's just not how Capcom operates. They need to make sure they keep producing the next game fast. Because they have to make sales. It's all about making money at the end of the day. Flying coin. There isn't like a Barioth coin? Okay, does it let me make any of the armor sets? Scholar. Oh, I can make scholars, but that's not the sailor armor. I want the sailor armor. So I think I need to get to high rank, which is fine. I can do that. Okay. Deserted Island? I probably get more Maclite ore from the Flooded Forest, yeah? I'm so ready for Underwater to come back and stay like mounting. I really don't think it's gonna happen. Obviously, you know, like, I'd be very happy if it did. What is it fish in this? Yes, there it is. I would be very happy if it came back, and I won't be upset if Underwater comes back. I think that'd be great, but I don't see it coming back. I think it's smarter for them to not do that. Let's buy some of these. And some more iron pickaxes. And some bug nets. Why not? Does this game... No, this game does not have the extra item pouch. Right. That was in Portable 3rd. Oh well. Hello, Jacob. Hello! Thanks for stopping by. As always, I appreciate everyone. I appreciate your good tidings. Latreon of Randoms was something else. I only ever soloed a Latreon. I never... I mean, again, I only play solo to begin with. Wow, I really need to upgrade these weapons. This flooded forest looks so much better than Rise. Rogi are in this game, right? They should be. Yeah. Generally, World of Randoms is fascinating sometimes, but Rise multiplayer is even more amazing. I've never seen so many people faint on that one Apex Diablos quest. Legasite ore. Iron ore. I finally played Monster World recently. I gotta say, I was kind of blown away. Yeah, it's fun. I like World. I'm just ready for Monster Hunter 6. Because both Rise and World, to me, are just... There's just something slightly off about both of them. I've heard everyone talking about how World has issues and stuff like that, but when I got to World, I was busy being utterly blown away by the world's design and graphics. It's pretty mesmerizing. I feel like there's still lots of room for improvement. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy. So, the other week, I went to an anime convention, because you know me, I go to anime conventions. There was a Monster Hunter ecology panel at this anime convention, right? Now, I gotta tell you guys, alright? It was, it's a pretty funny panel. Apparently, the guy who runs the panel watches my content. He actually, he watches Jacob Monster Hunter. The panel... I don't want to, like... I don't want to be mean. It was a fun panel. It was fun. I really liked it. It just, it was... I would definitely say it was, like... I wouldn't say basic, but it was, like... The panel... Like, I went into it thinking, like, oh, ecology panel. But it ended up being, like... In the world of Monster Hunter, monsters are animals. Thanks for coming. I was like, oh, that's it? But what was funny is at the halfway through it, because not halfway through it, after he finished, because he only like had like 15 minutes worth of like content. He just started like he opened it up to be like a Monster Hunter discussion panel between fans, because there was you know, it was like a room of like 60 Monster Hunter fans, so of course people have a lot to say, especially if they like the ecology of Monster Hunter. So, you know, we were arguing about how Barioth creates ice, stuff like that. But eventually the conversation got sidetracked, and he started talking about, like, Monster Hunter World and, like, the analogy of, like, colonizers. Like, something that I did in the DOS video. Which, in retrospect, I want to rewrite, because I don't 100% think what I said was accurate. I think a lot of it was silly. I think that the most important thing was not about colonization, but rather overhunting. I think those are two separate things. There's like, in Monster Hunter, there's like a culture of like living with nature, but then the gameplay does not reflect that. The gameplay makes it seem like you're these like action gods that are just fighting these crazy animals that just keep showing up like every day, which I don't think is an accurate representation of what the world is. And it's just, and that has to do with the gameplay changes. But it was funny to have someone bring up the colonizer sort of topic, because I remember when there were other people who've said it before me, and I know that when I said it, I got lots of negative feedback. They say, like, this isn't really the right place to talk about this. I know in some of my other videos I talk about, like, I think at one point I started talking about capitalism. It was crazy. So a lot of people are writing comments here. World is the little flying guys like Barnos. They should just be remote, bro. That's my issue with that. Is the Sailor G rank only? Haven't found anything about a HR set. Oh, really? Is it G rank only? Shit. Okay, well, oh well. Please stay silly, Jacob. I'll always be silly. Stay goofy. Speaking of someone who started with the older games first, anyone who started with the older games first will probably attest to the idea that the older games just have a stronger one with nature vibe, and it's just because of the way that the games are set up and all the other gameplay loops surrounding it. There's a chillness to the games, and I think like, I understand why people are like, I want bug nets back, and I want pickaxes back. But actually what you guys want is not bug nets and pickaxes. You just want to be required to run out into the forest, find a butterfly, and catch it. Because you can do that in World, but the game never requires you to do it. There's no incentive to actually do that. And that's where the problem lies. I don't think anyone legitimately actually wants breakable pickaxes, and if they do, they're lying to themselves. What they actually want is to be able to go into a cave, find a spot on the wall that might look like a mining spot, press the button, and have the joy of being like, wow, I can mine here. And that's a completely separate thing from breakable pickaxes, because they really are silly. The hunter should just always have a pickaxe on them. But I think that the idea of going out of your way, finding the mining spot, and then mining individually, that is where the joy of the game lies. Not in the consumable items, but rather the activity. Normally there's a honey spot here. I think there's a couple more, like, bug spots. I only got 2 Maclite ore. A lot of stones. Good night from France, Jacob. I was, nice watching my favorite monster and my first monster. Free Lagaiacris in underwater area. Free Lagaiacris, hashtag. Yo, I hope you have a great night. I hope all of France has a wonderful night. Thanks for stopping by. Monster 1 and 2 are so chill. You're on a co-op hunt, and the first thing you do is collecting herbs and mushrooms for 10 minutes. Yeah. And again, when I say that, like, I don't want the farm back, it's not because I want, like, a trading thing. Because I don't want a trading thing either. I want the game to force me to collect herbs and honey for 10 minutes when I'm out, you know, on every single quest. That's all I want. And it's not hard to implement it because it's already there and ready to go in world, except that the game doesn't actually set it up like that for you. Because the game is already too focused on providing you alternatives. That was a miss. This channel is still my favorite accumulation of autistic people. Me too! You know what's funny? There's something that I've noticed about the Monster Hunter community is it's just a whole bunch of really happy autistic people, like, overanalyzing something that the game devs definitely did not intend for us to overanalyze. And that's very funny to me. We're all just hyper-fixated on this action game, being like, well, what if... But I think the action game, there's more to it than just beating up monsters. I think the game actually has meaning. And again, obviously the art direction team, there is meaning to everything. Anyone who's an artist knows that when you're creating something, especially if it's something you're passionate about, there is meaning put into it. There is a goal and an intention behind it. So, everything is deliberate. Nothing is an accident. Even when it is an accident, in the end, it usually ends up being interesting. I think it'd be a really cool idea if they were placed what used to be consumable tools with new gear slots. Maybe, yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it is. You kind of just have like a pickaxe on you. I think maybe an upgradable pickaxe would be cool. Like, you start off with the old pickaxe, and then you eventually get iron, and then the mega pickaxe. And what it does is it just increases the amount of items you get, maybe. Doesn't need to be complicated. I'm really twisted about the farm thing. I don't really like the farm, but as a light bowgun main, it's kind of just mandatory. I think that the issue, again, lies in the game, the overall game design, and not necessarily the farm. Like, I think that there are ways of providing the player with ammunition, but also the game requires you to use more ammunition than the older titles used to. But it is kind of awful if you're playing Monster Hunter 1 and you do use a bowgun. I've heard that it's just terrible. So I get you. I get you. I think ammunition should just be purchasable. But even that, you should just be able to get lots of ammunition very easily from quests. And almost like the guild should almost just be providing the player with more ammunition. We should skip the middleman, that's what I'm trying to say. We should skip the farm altogether. If you complete a quest, the game should just give you ammunition as a reward. That was another thing I was talking about in my Monster 6 video, is like, when you complete a quest, it should just give you potions. That way you don't have to go to a farm. You're rewarded for playing well, and you get the items needed for the next quest. And then of course it wouldn't be like they give you like a full supply. It'd be like 1 or 2, but it's just enough to keep you going. I need more Maclite ore. Got lots of earth crystal, that's good. Monster Hunter 1 does not sound fun. Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I really don't like Monster Hunter 1. And I think people who are playing it really are coping. Like, unironically, they're coping. Like, if you look at the amount of people who are actually playing Monster Hunter 1 versus the amount of people that are playing Monster Hunter Tri right now, I've talked about this before, it's staggering. There's about, like, 3 times more people playing Monster Hunter Tri servers than there are the Monster Hunter 1 servers. And that's just because no one wants to play Monster Hunter 1. Because the pros of Monster Hunter 1 do not outweigh the cons. I think Monster Hunter 2 is a much better game for those things. Because the things that Monster Hunter 1 that makes Monster Hunter 1 very unique are exaggerated and better incorporated in 2. So I think that if you want that experience, you're better off playing 2. That's my opinion, but honestly, I think it's not a bad opinion. It's coming from someone that's I actually played them all. It's also coming from someone that likes Monster Hunter 4 the most. I do think Monster Hunter 4 is like the best rendition of what this game is supposed to be, which is that like mission-based hunting simulator. Why are you still low rank? Oh, I started a new file. I wanted to start a new file for 3 Ultimate. I lost my save file for I lost my save file for 3 Ultimate, so this is my new save file. Stream title. It's true. I prefer Port Tanzia. Like, I think Port Tanzia is. I prefer it. I won't say it's better, but I personally prefer Port Tanzia. I like the music. I like the vibe. Yeah, the Sandy Plains looks a lot better in this game than Rise. I like the tree. The tree is in Rise, right? That tree is in Rise. I think it's just not really noticeable. See, this game actually makes the Sandy Plains look like a savanna, which is what it's supposed to be. And not, like, generic desert like it is in Rise. I think this is the best desert map, but I think that the old desert from Monster Hunter 1 has the best desert music. But this is the best desert map. Hands down. Because of the fact that it has a savanna, it has a good cave area. I think the only way that would possibly make it a better map is if they added like a more proper cave that had like an underwater section for Plesioth. I think that would be the only way to make it a little bit better. Because there's underwater. I mean, there's water here, but like I would have liked an underwater section, and then Plesioth could show up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, cats. They're gonna bother me, aren't they? Go to the cave area and you can see ancient ruins. Yeah, it's very cool. That's a common theme in all of Monster Hunter, is that there's always ancient ruins anywhere you go, unless like there's always a site of an old civilization that was destroyed, with the exception of World, because there's no civilization, because this is genuinely untouched land, which kind of surprises me because like. Okay, so like, on our planet, humans have always tried to go as far as they possibly could. Because even though Europe struggled to, quote-unquote, find America, and they allegedly didn't find the Americas. There is lots of evidence of earlier European, like Scandinavian groups finding the Americas, and then there's also evidence. I mean, it's proven that the people that lived in America came from Asia. But it's just weird to me that in Monster Hunter World there are territories that humans have never tried to settle. That world is the first time they've ever tried to settle there. I actually just don't believe that. Especially if we know that there was an ancient civilization that was capable of killing Elder Dragons. Unless in that civilization they respected that zone as a zone not to touch. Like, they knew it as the Elder's Recess. They knew it as the place where the Elder Dragons go, and then they don't set up shop there. Which, that would be a neat, like, lore thing. That'd be really neat, but I don't think that Capcom is smart enough to write something like that. Freedom Unite is completely different experience than the first-gen games. While it's debatable if it's fun, Freedom Unite isn't a replacement of those games. Yeah, it absolutely is not a replacement. Freedom Unite is its own game. It's a game I really enjoy, but I think that when I think about, like, if I want to play a game like Freedom Unite, a part of me would rather play either Generations Ultimate, because it has a lot of the same content and maps, I guess just content, or I would want to play yeah, just either Monster Hunter G for the Wii or Monster Hunter 2 DOS. They'll just keep spawning, won't they? This is perfect. I need to upgrade all my weapons. Remember the creation myth from World? I don't know what that's about. Frankly, I've just completely disassociated from that because I don't know what they're. Sometimes I actually legitimately don't know what Capcom's thinking when they write some of their content. I'm like, huh? Why? I say all that, but I definitely wouldn't recommend Gen 1 games over Freedom Unite to the average person. I'm just being fair to those games. Yeah, like, for me, like, I would say that, like, again, if you want the old gen experience, I think that Monster Hunter 2 is a better, because, like, Freedom Unite is, I think, closer to try than it is to. That's difficult to say. I think Freedom Unite is closer to Portable Third and Monster Hunter 4 than it is to Monster Hunter 2 or 1. Just in the way that the game functions. And then Portable Third is a great game. I'm joking. I don't like Portable Third. You will never catch me streaming Portable Third. I don't like Portable Third. One thing I don't miss in World is how aggressive all the mobs are in the older games. Like, why the hell are the animals immediately trying to attack the people on sight? I could tell you why. It literally, I think the issue comes from a gameplay standpoint rather than like an ecological or like this makes sense objective sort of standpoint, because the reason why is pretty standard. They're just trying to protect themselves. You're extremely dangerous to those animals, which is why they're targeting you. It's that simple. Is it possible to glitch in this game? I know in Portable Third, if you like jump here, there's like a way of like glitching out of the map. That's cool. That's really cool. Maybe the new world is where the dragons went to hide rest from the humans after there was no eternity of life-death cycle was created. That explains why people didn't explore it in ancient time. I guess so. Thunderbug! Of course, at the end of the day, we should always preface and say that, like, frankly, if you do want to play original Monster Hunter 1, go ahead. It definitely is an experience. It's definitely unique. It's unlike anything you've ever played before. I wouldn't be surprised if most people drop it because of how, I honestly, I would say the game is very anti-player. Like, the game is just very archaic. And yeah. At the time, I'm sure it felt really cool. But at this point, you're basically LARPing like a very archaic game and pretending that all of its unfinished, unpolished features, untested features that they eventually were to fix. Just like even like basic stuff like managing items, like those would just be inevitable. I feel like Frontier is a great example of like just the direction that Monster Hunter was going, no matter what. That some of those things were actually just inevitable. Worm. I don't need worm. Like quality of life things, like holding down the button to like, instead of tapping the button, or like an icon appearing when you're close to like a spot. What Monster Hunter games do you stream? And do you play Longsword, Greatsword, and all of them? No. Actually, usually I play Charge Blade, but since I'm playing 3rd gen, I'm gonna be using a bunch of the other weapons. That's all. I'll stream like any Monster Hunter game. Usually, every time I stream, it's a different Monster Hunter game. Right now, I'm playing 3 Ultimate. Next time, it might actually be Generations Ultimate. We'll see. Okay, there's one more spot I was gonna go for gathering materials. I still don't have like any Maclight ore. That's cool. Oh, it's a. I was looking at what the symbol was, and I guess it's supposed to be like a potion? Maybe? Or like herbs? I don't know, it's something. Desert Island, is there any... 6 golden fish? I don't have a good enough weapon for any of these. Desert Island, let's go. If you play GU, I'd pray it wouldn't be a new save. Early GU is kind of torture. I don't know, it might be a new save. I'll see how I'm feeling. What would your opinion on a health bar for big monsters be? I don't think it's necessary. I do not think it's necessary. I think it is merely a distraction. Just like how the damage numbers are also a distraction. I think both those things are also just... The desire for those things is a byproduct of the games becoming faster and the monsters being more aggressive and requiring the player to hit the monster, excuse me, more, when in older titles you would hit the monster less. And so, I guess, think about it like this. You're fighting a big monster and you only need to hit it 50 times and it dies. There isn't really that much incentive to have a health bar because you're not wondering how long it's going to take to kill it, because after the first time hunting it, you learn, oh, it takes about 50 hits. I just have to make sure I get those 50 hits in and we're good. The problem with newer Monster Hunter is it's no longer 50 hits, it's like 500 hits. So now there's more of this like dread of like, when is it gonna die? Like, come on. And it's becoming worse and worse and worse. And it's not because of the amount of health it has, but rather the amount of hits the player is required to nail onto the monster. Because the game expects you to hit the monster more, because the game is faster, and the hitboxes are smaller. I'm not sure if you know this, but that lighthouse in distance, it was built in remembrance of people who fought Dire Morales. Yeah, I remember that there was lore about that, so kind of like 4-player Shara. Yeah, I bet that's just terrible. And damage numbers again are also just a byproduct of that. I do feel like in older titles you don't need the damage numbers because the minimum damage you're already dealing is enough, and there isn't a lot of fluctuation between different hits because, one, there's less types of attacks you're doing. So I guess, like, if you're mostly doing the exact same attack over and over and over again, and there's only a few attacks you can do, that's probably the most ideal way of hunting, usually, on average. While in the newer games, because the weapons are way more situational and way more involved, like, I guess, like, for example, like a charge blade, it purposefully has, like, weaker attacks that are faster, that switch out, that charge you up to switch out for stronger attacks that are slower. And something like that, because that's more situational, it would definitely be better to have damage numbers for that so the player has an understanding. But with, like, Greatsword, if most of the attacks are basically the same, with the exception of the charge attack, which you could probably... I mean, you could just assume that this is probably doing more damage, because this is a big flashy effect. You don't really need the numbers. But things are different now. Yeah, jump away. I usually don't care to dump my own games for emulation when the game is legitimately unattainable otherwise, but I like Monster Hunter so much I just opted to buy a copy off Amazon. Yeah. I have a copy of Monster Hunter 1, even though I don't even like the game. And if I ever wanted to, I've got a disc drive, so technically I could pop the game in and play it. Right, this isn't longsword. I just tried to do a spirit slash, and I guarded instead. Someone tells me Jacob had a very long argument about Monster Hunter 1 in the past. No, I'm actually just, I'll be honest, it stems from me just being weirded out by the Monster Hunter 1 fans, like, LARPing that Monster Hunter 1 is, like, incredible. And getting upset when people point out, like, its very obvious flaws. Because the game is very flawed. There's a reason why the, like, Monster Hunter G, like, the expansion changed a lot of the game. It's just because those changes were inevitable, and they were for the best. It's not complicated. Monster Hunter G is a much better game compared to Monster Hunter 1. And even then, I still would recommend Monster Hunter 2 over G. What happened? My controller just disconnected? Hello? That was weird. That was very weird. One Maclite ore, better than nothing. Monster Hunter 1's skill system is crazy. Yeah, it's really weird. You said you don't like Magnum Mallow? Oh, I just don't like him. Like, it just, like, literally, a lot of it is just aesthetically. Just aesthetically, I don't like looking at it. Like, he feels like to me, Magnum Mallow looks like an abstract art painting. Like, he is the Monster Hunter version of abstract art. He feels like an abstraction of what Monster Hunter is, and I don't really like experimental abstract art, and I literally just view it to be the exact same way. Like, it's not that complicated. It's literally just, I don't like it. I don't like his design. I don't like the way that he, I don't like his attacks. I don't like his music. I think the music is fine, but, like, it's not groundbreaking to me. I don't like it. Bruh. Well, I'm actually losing all my pickaxes this time. Maybe I should kill these guys before they kill me. They're gonna kill me. I don't remember how close I was to the end of high ranking 3U, but I stopped playing. But now I also I ventured into G rank for the first time in World, and I should go back into 3U. Yeah, do it if you want to. Do whatever you vibe with, whatever you floats your boat. Okay, there's something wrong with my controller. Is it running out of battery? I charged it. It's like not being responsive. Hold on. Let's just... Nope. Xbox? Just open up an Xbox menu. How can I reset this? Can I, like... Oh, I might be able to just plug it in. Maybe that'll help. Give me a second. that work? I think things are better? I can't believe Jacob was killed by a water lizard. I'm literally crying. I know. Dramatic. Emotional. I wonder if they should make mods for 3 Ultimate. Like, there should be a mod that gets rid of the plus 50 defense. That brings back more of the blood. And adds Kieran. We need Kieran to the game. Just add Kieran to the Monster Hunter Try. That's the one thing that's missing. It's Kieran and Kashella Diora. Bringing it back, Kashella Diora. He deserves to be in the game too. I should say goodnight. It's pretty late in Germany. Yo, have a good night, people in Germany. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Worm? No. I'm already full in my pouch? Don't need this. I really don't need the map. I know I have this place memorized. Okay, I'm gonna head back to that spot and mine more of the ore. Thoughts on Chameleos? What was that? I just heard a noise. I love Chameleos, but Chameleos to me is like Gammoth, where I feel like the monster should not be in a Monster Hunter game, as it is right now. The game is too fast for Chameleos, and Chameleos was a better monster when his gimmick was the fact that he could turn invisible. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I think that he is a wonderful monster. He's one of my absolute favorites. Love his design, love the fight, love the color, of the monster. I love his gimmick. I love everything, like the sound effects. Chameleos is absolutely one of my favorite monsters, but I feel like that he doesn't need to be brought back. It's fine. Let him rest. He deserves a game where his powers can actually shine, and not an action game. Did the health? No. Did the health pools carry over? What? How did he die in one hit? I thought they reset. Are you rooting for the return of the most despicable monsters? Yeah, like both. Oh, yeah, like literally. Also, I think you just don't know my taste. Kieran and Kashella are like some of my favorite monsters of all time, and I will root for them every day. I love Kieran. Kieran is my favorite monster, right next to Lagombi. The big reason why I want Kieran and Kashella back is just because I feel like in Try, there's not enough monsters in the tundra, which both those monsters could live in the tundra, and also there's not a lot of thunder monsters or ice monsters. In Try, the only ice monster is Barioth, and the only thunder monster is Lagombi. Rajang would also be a good pick, too. He would also solve that problem. I'd be okay with Ucanlos being in the game, too, but I feel like Ucanlos isn't really fitting of Try. I feel that Kashella Diora and Kieran could fit into Try just fine. And actually, they would be good endgame fights. Because right now, okay, so, like, if you've actually played Try, low rank and high rank are exactly the same, with the exception that high rank, after you beat most of the hunts, you eventually have to fight Alatreon and Deviljho. They're the only 2 new monsters at the end of high rank. What I would like to see is a couple more. And you could easily, you know, add in Rajang, or Kirin, or Kashela Diora. And I think that they'd be fitting. Hello? What? Is this worth it? Is it worth the hunt? It's the Bear Trio song. I haven't heard this song in a while. I feel like I would be I'm just doing minimal damage. I feel like this is not worth it. I should probably upgrade my weapon. Jake, why do you hate Barioth? I didn't say I hate Barioth, I just think that he's like my least favorite out of the pseudo-wyverns. I just feel like Barioth, his placement is weird. Because I feel like that he should be considered harder than Nargacuga and Tigrex, yet he's placed before both of them. And I feel like he's just kind of like a worse version of both Nargacuga and Tigrex. That's all. And his attack patterns are weird. How would you suggest improvement for the big chameleon? Incorporate more vertical movement? No. Chameleos needs to be in a game that's really quiet and really chill and slow. He needs to be in a game where you're not jumping around. It needs to be in a game that has large, open, sprawling fields. It needs to be in a game where you're really in touch with nature, and like the game has taught you to like listen and like actually hunt. Chameleos' gimmick is he is the hardest monster to find, because all the other monsters you basically just have to spot them. With Chameleos, you can't spot him. You have to actually listen. You have to hear for him, and that's interesting. That's a wonderful gimmick. But Monster Hunter isn't set up like that anymore. And so he can't exist in the way that he functions right now. Because, yeah, you can give him all these brand new attacks. Yeah, give him, like, 40 new, like, big AoE attacks where he just shoots poison everywhere. But, like, that's not... To me, that is not Chameleos. That's, like, Frontier Chameleos. It's not the same. Upgrade. Cool. Okay, yeah, my controller is just like... Yeah? It's just behaving on its own now. Controller? I didn't do that, that was the controller. Yeah, let's upgrade this. What is happening? Hello? Oh, I have no money. Cool. We don't talk to the cat. We could sell this. It's only worth 20. Hydro hide. What can I sell right now? Ice crystal? Light crystal. No, I probably shouldn't sell that. I can sell insect husks. Killer beetle. I don't got anything to make. Okay, well that's fine. What do I need to upgrade the weapon again? I just need money. If I just had money, I'd be able to do it. Okay, well I think that there's a mushroom picking quest, and I can do that for some money. A camel elder dragon? That'd be neat. I wouldn't be opposed to a camel elder dragon. Deliver 12 unique mushrooms. This is definitely meant to be a multiplayer quest. The fact that it says 12 means that you can't do it all in a single run. Oh, and then someone also talked about stalking in the middle of the quest. I think it's perfectly fine to be able to stock up or change equipment in the middle of the quest. I think that the issue... I was about to buy and send a box. That was a bad idea. The issue is not the ability to resupply yourself. The issue is that the player typically has a ton of supplies already, like an endless supplies, instead of having a limited supply that would require the player to, you know, find items out in the field, which is what the player should be encouraged to do. Surely have thought about some kind of monster of your own. Can you describe it to us? Like my own, like, genuine monster idea? I don't know if that's what you're asking. I mean, I could. Unfortunately, like... Okay, I had this one idea for a... It's a Chameleos-like animal, but it would be based off of a salamander instead of a chameleon. And it would be an elder dragon, so it would have wings. And it would just be this, like, almost like primordial, like, volcano salamander. Like a fire salamander. That, that's just, like, I guess, like, the thought process was, take Chameleos. Like, maybe it'd be, like, a really, like, primitive version of Chameleos. That instead of using poison smoke, it would just use, like charcoal smoke. Like, carbons, like, burning smoke instead. That was sort of my thought process. And it would be, like... It would have, like, a furnace inside of it, and it would, like, shoot out smoke. And the smoke would, like, obstruct your vision. Kind of like how the fog does. In the end, it was kind of just, like, another Chameleos. I don't know. I would like Elder Dragons to sort of have, like, a cool mystery to them as well. Like, I want them to be powerful and ancient, and it takes multiple quests to take one down. These are all things that are not the direction of Monster Hunter, though, so they wouldn't do it. Because I think Capcom prefers to have it so that the player slays the dragon in the same quest that you accept, and not the third quest, the third attempt. What is happening to my controller? Nervos, I blame you. You recommended me this controller, and it's not working. Just joking. It's probably just dying. I'm gonna create it in Photoshop, maybe. Oh, that'd be fun. I made a Lego model of what I described. Maybe I should show it. It's okay. This is a fun side tangent. I'll get it. I'll get it. Hold on. It's on my Brickshelf gallery. Brickshelf. So, for anyone who's interested, I'm gonna copy and paste it. There we go. So if anyone wants to just like check out all my Lego builds, that's a great place to look. But there's an animal that I did design it. Hold on. Let's just save the image, and then I can just put it on the screen. Where's OBS? Is it? There it is. So, wow, this is a big image. Hold on. Here. This is kind of how I pictured it. Like, it would have like a red underside, and it would have like beady salamander eyes, but it has like wings. Yeah, there's more pictures on the gallery, of course. And you can see all my Lego builds, actually. The name comes from a Bionicle, so that's why it's called a furnace salamander, and I never actually gave it like a proper name. Looks like a monster from Dauntless? Is there a monster from Dauntless that looks like that? The only influence I took for that design is literally I just looked up fire salamanders, and that was my like influence. And then like Chameleos concept art. Cool. How am I feeling about Monster Hunter now? I don't really care. I actually just don't care for Monster Hunter now. I think the renders are hilarious. Have you guys seen the Anjanath render? It's literally him just sticking his ass in the air. Like, who thought that was a good idea? It looks like it was made by Ivory Lagiacrus. I just want to say I love picking your brain about Monster's design and general mentality. You're the first person I feel like I can relate to in regards to opinions on the series and its design. Did I like Pikmin... by the way, thank you. Did I like Pikmin 4? I love Pikmin 4. I played it like non-stop the day it came out. Like all day. Like the moment I got off work, I just immediately booted it up and was just playing it for like hours until I just got like a headache. And then I beat the game within like 2 days, and then when I mean beat the game is I got to the ending. I didn't 100% it. And I haven't played it since, and that's just because even though Pikmin was like my first hyperfixation, first video game hyperfixation, at the end of the day, I prefer Monster Hunter. And I go back to Monster Hunter. I will go back and I will probably finish Pikmin 4. I'll 100% it, because I was really enjoying the game. I think it's a Pikmin game for me, when Pikmin 3 was not for me. Because I like Pikmin 2, and Pikmin 4 is a lot like 2. Yeah, it's very sandboxy. I feel like when Miyamoto was like designing it, he took a lot of influence from like the overall design direction that Breath of the Wild took for Zelda. You can kind of see a bit of an overlap with like how sandboxy it is, where they give you lots of tools. The game gives you a ton of tools right at the very beginning, and they just say, do whatever you want to clear the game. We gave you lots of options to clear the game. There's a lot of Pikmin abilities that are just overlapping. There's multiple ways of like dealing with hazards with different Pikmin enemies. I mean Pikmin types. It's all about just having fun and enjoying your time with the game in all of its sandboxy glory. It's kind of like non-linear too. Why is this not? Like, obviously there is sort of like a linear direction, but like a lot of the maps, you can kind of just do whatever. Like, I think it's possible to like straight up just like skip. Yeah, because I skipped like most of the maps. I just like went straight to the next objective. What I mean is, there should not be a stage in which you can comfortably hunt Elder Dragons. I can relate to that, yeah. I can totally see that point of view. The idea that there should never be a point in the game where you're just comfortably killing Elder Dragons like it's no big deal, like at all. I do not need first... I also don't need this. I'm gonna hold on to the rations for now. You just compare Monster Hunter to Pikmin? I always compare Monster Hunter to Pikmin. They happen to be, like, my favorite video game franchises, so yeah, I'm gonna compare them. Overall, though, yeah, I was very happy with Pikmin 4. I just, I definitely burnt myself out on it way too fast. And the game... I don't know. I think by rushing all the way to the final boss, I kind of like ruined the experience for me. I wanted to make sure I saw the final boss so I wouldn't be spoiled. I didn't want to be spoiled on it. I wanted to make sure I could see it genuinely and experience that, and not have a YouTube video just spoil it. And it's funny because like the next day I saw a YouTube video. I play Dark Souls, but I would not say I'm like a Dark Souls like enjoyer. I really like Dark Souls 1 a lot. I feel the other Dark Souls games don't quite hit it for me. I know I'd probably like Demon Souls. I don't ever want to touch Elden Ring. I feel like I would hate Elden Ring. My favorite part about Dark Souls is its level design, and it feels very tight. I like dungeon crawling first and foremost. More so than the combat. I think the combat's garbage in Dark Souls. Like 1. I think they definitely improved it by 3. But even then, like, I just don't like it. I don't like being a knight and you're just rolling around like a circus performer, and it just feels ridiculous to me. I'd probably like Demon Souls though. I haven't played Demon Souls. And I don't have a PS5, and I'm certainly not going to play the remake. They ruined the music. What I love about Demon Souls, the one thing I do love about Demon Souls that I have experienced, that I didn't need to play the game to experience, was listen to the music. And yeah, the music is phenomenal for Demon Souls. I think Demon Souls' soundtrack might be my favorite of the Souls series. It's a bit more like Kingsfield, but it's more updated, so it actually sounds like real music and not Kingsfield. How many? I did deliver some, right? That's something I just did. I'm going crazy. I have not played Bloodborne either, and I feel like I think aesthetically I would probably like Bloodborne, but gameplay-wise I'd probably get sick of Bloodborne. Because again, it's just rolling around, and I don't know. Why does Mega Demon Drug require a raw monster part? I don't understand. A rare monster part. I don't know. Ask the devs. Do you like Monster 4U or 3U? Because me, 3U is peak vibe. 4U is incredible balance, bombastic at grounded combat. I like 4U the most. I prefer base Try over 3U, but there's a lot of things in 3U that I really like. That I mean, it's made me return to it here. I think base Try has a better gameplay flow, but like what's great about 3U is the extra map, some of the extra monsters that were added. Like Plesioth needed to be in the game. The subspecies should have been in the game. I feel like Nargacuga is neat, wasn't necessary, but it was neat. And some of the portable 3rd editions are nice. I like Cyanoger, and I like Duramboros. So overall, though, I feel like 3U is a little bit rough around the edges. I've ever played Dragon's Dogma? No, I don't think I would enjoy Dragon's Dogma. I've looked at enough gameplay. I feel like I wouldn't enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah! I don't know. Maybe I'd enjoy Dragon's Dogma. I don't know. 3U time. A lot of people like 3U. Like I've noticed that, like, I think because 3U is probably a lot of people's like first G rank expansion game. Like, because there's a lot of people that played Try and then didn't get a PSP because I don't expect I was one of those few people that was like, I have to keep playing Monster Hunter, and Try wasn't enough. I need to know what everything else. So like I got the PSP. And like hyper fixated on Monster Hunter for the rest of my life, like the autist I am. But yeah, I think it wasn't until 3 Ultimate that like a lot of players that are playing Try finally got like a G rank expansion, and that was like their first. So the amount of content was probably like mesmerizing to them. But I don't like a lot of what Portable 3rd added. I think when Monster 3 Ultimate acts like... There should be another one over here, right? No? It's just this one? When Monster 3 Ultimate acts like Try, I think it's really good. When Monster 3 Ultimate acts like Portable 3rd, I don't like it. Velvety hide. What can I replace? I guess the ration? Yeah, don't need ration. G-Rank was tough on the 3DS, oh I bet. I struggled last time I played through this game on my own. It's definitely not easy. Yeah, I definitely like 4U more, overall. And a lot of it has to do with, like, roster, game design. Yeah, I think, because, I mean, I say it all the time, like, some of my favorite monsters have just never shared a game title before. Like, I love Kieran, and I love Lagiacrus. How many games have both Lagiacrus and Kieran? G Ultimate, that's it. But, that being said, I was going to say, I prefer a lot of the maps in 3 and 1 and 2 a little bit over... What am I saying? A lot of the maps in 4, I think, leave a lot to be desired for me. I don't know. I like the Ancestral Steppe. The Ancestral Steppe is a fantastic map. I think it's a beautiful map, and I think it should come back. I don't like the dunes. I think the dunes is a bastardization of the old desert. And, like, I like the idea of the sunken hollow, but I think other games have done, like, a cave area better. Frontier has some wonderful cave designs, and I think the Rotten Vale is a much better cave map. And even, like, the swamp maps in the older games have strong caves. The Rotten Vale, I mean, the Rotten Vale, what's it called? The Sunken Hollow is cool, but I think that a lot of its problems have to do with the verticality. Still, I like the map. I definitely like it more than the Volcanic Hollow. The Primal Forest is another one where it's like I don't really care for it. The Frozen Seaway, I don't know, I prefer the Tundra and the Snowy Mountains just a little bit more. I talk about it in my Monster Hunter 4 video, but I basically say that, like, a lot of the maps in Monster Hunter 4 are more hyper-specialized, while the maps in the previous titles are more vague biomes. Like, you go from the swamp to, you know, the ancestral steppe, which feels like way more very specific. Like, it's the name of like a place. It's not just swamp, which could be anywhere. I love Deserted Island. Deserted Island is probably one of my favorite maps, next to, like, Old Swamp, Old Jungle. It's probably my favorite map. I'm hoping for some cool new maps in the next title, because how many more? I need 3 more. This is the longest mushroom quest I've ever done. I'm gonna run out of stamina. New games are missing the gathering sound effect. You can get a mod that gives you the gathering sound effect back. I have that for Rise and for World, and it is great. It is wonderful. I feel like the gathering jingle is a huge part of Monster Hunter's overall art and design. Because I think the jingle is the Monster Hunter theme. It's dun 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 dun, like every single time. And I think that it helps, you know, instill the thematic proof. It instills proof of a hero into you. It's like everything you're doing is that build up towards you becoming the heroic hunter. Ba, 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 bum. It's very beautiful. The game is very beautiful. I don't need paintballs. I just ordered the parts for Great Macau, Dodogama, and Bolt Reaver. That's awesome. I'm really happy. Would you ever consider an updated DOTS video? Maybe eventually. I have my reasons for, like, kind of feeling like I never want to touch that subject ever again. Like, I'll be honest, like, I don't have a lot of pull to even, like, do, like, my Monster Hunter 3 video or the World or Rise videos, because those are all things I promised. I don't have a lot of pull for that, and it's just because, like, A part of me is actually just, like, kind of fed up. Wow, I can see that polygon missing. I can see right through the world. Do you see that? Do you see on the mountain there? If the camera is, like, right here, you can see the blue sky peeking through. Wow. This community is... This is how I view the community. The Monster Hunter community is a bunch of really hyper-fixated people who are hyper-fixated on Monster Hunter. And because Monster Hunter is inherently a very vague franchise that focuses mostly on the gameplay and not on the actual, like, point of the game, even though there is a point to the game doesn't, like, focus on it. It's mostly focused on the gameplay loop. Which is fair. That's what most video games do. However, the community fills in that gap by hyper-focusing on Monster Hunter. And usually, the people that really, really love Monster Hunter and really hyper-focus on it tend to hyper-focus on one aspect of it that they seem to love the most. Like, for some people, it's like their favorite thing is to be in a multiplayer session with other people. Or their favorite thing is to hunt the same monster over and over again and like, make every single weapon and, like, armor from that monster. Or some people like to speedrun, like, how fast can I take down this monster? How good can I micromanage? While some people like the ecology, and they're like, I want to learn about these new fictional animals and see how the fictional animals coexist with other fictional animals. And that's all fine and dandy. That's all really neat, actually. However, because everyone hyper-focuses on one specific aspect, that becomes the whole franchise to them. So, having a conversation with people about the Monster Hunter franchise can be difficult. Because you can say something like, well, what's so great about this game is that I feel like there's, like, a connection to nature. But most players, that goes completely over their head, and that doesn't matter to them, because that's not why they're playing the game. They either, you know, they want it for the multiplayer aspect, or the goofiness, or they... And so when you try to come up with these statements about Monster Hunter that are very, like, definitive, you open yourself up to having the entire crowd basically saying, no, because I don't view the franchise the way that you do. And obviously there is open-minded people. They're like, wow, I've never thought about the franchise the way that you do. But that isn't always the case. At the end of the day, I've been cursed with this thought inside my head, which I didn't actually put it there. It was put there by another person, who kept telling me, no one cares about your opinions. No one cares about your opinions. And even though I try to tell myself, like, yeah, people do actually care about my opinions. I make these videos and they get views. Or I do these streams and people ask me questions. But at the end of the day, there's still that thought in my head that says, people don't actually care. Your opinions don't matter. They actually don't matter at the end of the day. It has no impact on the future of the franchise. It has no impact on the community at large. There's a mushroom spot. Yeah. Have I ever played Soul Sacrifice? No. Did I get it? Did I get a unique mushroom? No. Got some dragon toadstools. Those are rare. Excite shroom. I can eat an excite shroom. This might poison me and kill me. It healed me! What games do you like other than Monster Hunter and Pikmin? I love Metal Gear Solid. I'm a big fan of Metal Gear Solid. I also really like... oh my goodness, I could try talking to the Veggie Elder. He might give me mushrooms. I love Metal Gear Solid. I love Zone of the Enders. I love Senran Kagura, which is a very fan-service-y game, but I really love that game. Because I just like anime girls. Like, way too much. What else do I like? I grew up on Little Big Planet. That was a big game for me. Yeah, let's trade. Iron pickaxe. Okay. Dude, he's got nothing for me. Has anyone ever sampled the music in here and uploaded it? Because this is a unique, like, this is like a Monster Hunter track that's like not in the soundtrack. Oh, sometimes there's a mushroom spot in the Jaggy Den, so I'm gonna look there. I think you should make those videos, but it's your call, of course. Yeah. What other games do I like? So yeah, Zone of the Enders. I love Zone of the Enders. Love Metal Gear Solid. Love Senran Kagura. Little Big Planet. Oh, Zelda. I play Zelda, except I hate the new direction that they're taking the series. Like, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, goodbye. No thanks. Chibi Robo. I love Chibi Robo. It's kind of obscure. I like weird Japanese games typically. I don't play a lot of American-made video games like at all. I think I just prefer Japanese art. Not to say that American art sucks, because obviously I do like a lot of American art as well. But are the mushrooms just not going to spawn anymore? Am I fresh out of luck? Is this it? Is it Jover? Yeah, Chibi Robo. I like games that are based off of Star Wars. I like Star Wars games because I like Star Wars. I feel like a lot of the times the games made for Star Wars are better than the films. Soul Sacrifice is basically a Monster Hunter, except you play as a wizard. Okay. That's neat. Yay! Finally! Gimme, gimme. There we go. Finally, I can complete the quest. Doesn't Portable Third use these maps? Do they crunch them a different way? Portable Third does use these maps, but I think that they are slightly different. I'm not entirely sure. I would have to, like, pull up, like, comparisons. All I can really say is that Monster Hunter 3, like, Monster Hunter Tri, 3 Ultimate, Portable Third, Generations Ultimate, all have a different version of the Deserted Island map. I'm pretty sure. Like, they're all slightly different. There we go. So I'm getting materials to make weapons. You get spells from the monsters you slay, and some spells can be combined. Oh, that's neat. I've been building a big bionicle mech inspired by the Tall Caw mech. That is something I need to get around to. I do want to do a Tall Caw. I want to do that monster, and I also want to do the big mech. I think that would be a lot of fun. There's the big pinwheel. That would be fun. Well, that was a boring mushroom quest. I don't think I even made any money. Yeah, of course, the underwater zones are removed in Portable Third. But I thought everyone knew that. I would hope people would know that. What can I sell? I don't think I got any insect husks, because I got rid of them all. I sell 4 of these. Make $100? Wow, okay. I'm struggling for money. I think I have enough to upgrade weapons, though. Iron Grace. Do I do it? Let's do it. So let's equip. Just need a little bit more money, and then I can upgrade it again, and then I can actually start killing things. I wonder if I could kill something now. Hunt a Lagombi? Not a bad idea. I could do Lagombi. Yeah. I might be able to do it. He'll have way too much health, but let's increase my attack. Hope you guys like how chill my streams are. Like, I want it to just be like chill vibes. Casual. Nothing complicated. Easy going. Do I have a Discord? I don't have a public Discord. I have a private Discord. You can add me though. If you go to the links in the bio, it should take you to my link tree. I think it does. And you can add me on Discord. My private Discord is just for people that I trust. It's not really it's not a public thing. I used to have a public Discord for my Pikmin YouTube channel. You know, back when I did that. But I don't have that anymore. And just because I don't have the time to moderate, and I need to be able to make sure that like one of like the rules is like you have to be like at least 18 to be in my private server. Like that's one of my unspoken rules, because there is no rules inside the chat. We just all respect each other and we're all kind to each other. I can't just have like randoms coming in and like posting like disgusting stuff or like bullying other people. Usually, like, one of the prerequisites to even be in my server is you have to at least, like, know about the Pikmin channel. Like, you have to know about Pikmin Jake, and if you don't, then it's, like, I don't think we'll be able to, like, even... It's for friends. Like, it's for friends, is what I'm trying to say. I don't need to say all this. I'd be over-explaining, like usual. Thoughts on turn-based RPGs? No. The only turn-based RPG I have technically enjoyed are ones that involve monster collection. It's like Pokemon or Persona. And that's just because I like the gimmick more so than the actual gameplay. Because I'm not even really huge in RPGs in general. And I feel like if I were to play an RPG, I'd probably need it to be an action RPG, not turn-based. I actually really want to get into Final Fantasy. I want to play Final Fantasy VII because I know aesthetically I love the way that game looks. And I know the story, the narrative looks like it's right up my alley. So I want to play that, but I just never got around to it. My controller is acting up again. I just realized I'm Chirno. My character is Chirno, and I'm in the ice zone. It's perfect. You haven't played 7? No, I haven't played 7. I want to. Here's Lagombi. And if I were to play 7, I'd want to play the remake. But I don't really want to start playing the Steam version only to have to like wait 2 years for the PS5 only release of FF7 Part 2 and 3. Portable Thorn, you gain the ability to walk on water. Yeah, it's crazy. Wow, I framed that. That was crazy. Oh, I wanted to carve the Gigi, but it despawned the moment I put my sword away. Yeah, it'll be fun to play the whole remake on Steam by 2029. Okay, guys, hear me out. Underground combat. Yo, you're onto something crazy. About to make millions on that. Next game, underground combat. Why does Lagombi look so weird? Well, it's because it's 3 Ultimate and not Rise. It's kind of crazy that that Arzuros has a pin attack, but the other two in the bear trio do not have a pin attack. What's that about? Like, Arzuros is the weakest one. My worries are coming true. This thing has a lot of health. I haven't even broken his ears yet. Could use Sonic Bomb. You mean the reflections? Oh, yeah, that is weird. There we go. East tier. Cool. Nothing found. Yeah, I love when the old game just says nothing found. That's my favorite. I think he went out. He went out this way, right? 3 million IQ move. Yeah, he went here. Once you play Greatsword, made me want to give Old Gen Greatsword another try. Dude, Old Gen Greatsword is my preferred version of Greatsword. New Gen Greatsword is too much for me. It's too difficult. I like how simple it was. Keep trying to do special sheath. Keep thinking this is world. Hi there. Hello. Well, thank you for stopping by. And again, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I love to be able to stream to you guys. It's a really good vibe. I actually like New Greatsword. The tackle is a bit unfitting. Yeah, I don't know, Iceborne community mod nerfs Clutch Claw. Community Edition. In the ground makes Master Rank not require it. I've heard about that. There's a lot of mods. I've tried out a lot of mods that just remove the Clutch Claw. It's like necessity. Returns the game back to how it was before, the hit zones. It's neat. Build your Dodogama today. It's so freaking cute. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I hope it's fun to play with too. I hope that people start building like hunting minifigures, because I have no plans to do hunting minifigures right now. Like I want to eventually, but right now I haven't really made any. I also really love being able to hang out and be autistic about my hyperfixation and some really nice parasocial interactions. Yeah, it's true though. It's you know it's hard for me because like I struggle with even just finding time to interact with people outside of work, and so I oh. Cool. I don't know why that. Just why Xbox opened? Can you not? Xbox Game Bar? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my controller. I need to charge it or something. Does anyone know if they're working on the next... But they are. They're always working on the next Monster Hunter. That's why we keep talking about Monster Hunter 6. They've probably been developing it since the moment that Rise released. So that's typically how their development cycle goes, is they have their biggest chunk of the team focus on a Monster Hunter game until it releases. And then they set aside a chunk of that team to work on its expansion and content updates. But the main team gets to work on the next title. There's always development on the next title. Any idea that doesn't get used gets reused for the next title. There's a lot of unused Monster Hunter concepts that were recycled for titles that came after it. Like Tigrex was supposed to be in Monster Hunter 1. There's a lot of evidence towards that. There's a lot of monsters from 2nd gen that were supposed to be in Monster Hunter 1. There's a couple of 4th gen monsters that have striking, like unused concept art for 4th gen that looks very similar to some 5th gen monsters. There's a monster that looks like Tetranodon. There's a monster that looks like Lakiana. So yeah, it happens. Hear me out. I think Clutch Claw is a skill thing. Since Clutch Claw does have huge amounts of damage, even less skilled people can have a relatively good time of hunts. I think it was intentional. Yeah. No, I think everything is intentional. Absolutely. Give me that card. I want Monster Fluid. Velvety Hide's good too. He has way too much health. If there probably hasn't been any time in the franchise history there wasn't at least one game in production. Yeah. They pump these games out like crazy. Still not dead? What is happening? Oh, there we go. Oh, right. I have no room. Ration? Okay, I guess to explain that, there's a chat message there about the different teams. Yeah, in the past, there was, like, multiple teams, quote-unquote, at Monster, and, like, at Capcom, that worked on different aspects of Monster, different, games. But most of those teams, the divided teams, have been integrated together. That being said, the design philosophy of the different teams are still separated into different games, and typically, how it works at Capcom is they, even though there's a lot of overlap now, they still continue their old tradition of releasing a more grounded Monster Hunter game that's akin to the main series, which is Monster Hunter 1, 2, Tri, 4, World. And then there's also the other ones, which are more akin to Portable 1, 2, 3, Generations, and Rise. So there's different design philosophies, but it's all being done by the same team. I think Call of Duty does this as well, because they also have the main series. They also have their the Black Ops series, which kind of became its own thing, but they just flip-flop between the two styles. Like a more anime-y, like action-packed, goofier Monster Hunter that's more action-focused, and then like a more grounded, narrative-focused, deeply like spiritual and cultural Monster Hunter. They flip-flop between the two. New idea, flying combat. New idea, space combat. we don't need. So like, here's my opinion. We don't need a sci-fi Monster Hunter. I think it's totally fine in its aesthetic. But I would love a sci-fi, like truly sci-fi Dark Souls game. If the team behind Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, did like a full-blown space dark fantasy, like very Alien-esque. Maybe they could do the Cthulhu stuff like they're doing in Bloodborne. I think it would be a really great game. I think aesthetically it'd be fantastic if they do like space horror, Souls-like. That could be a good idea. That is not Armored Core. Armored Core is a mecha game. They're completely different. I have played an Armored Core game. I can say as someone who's played it, they're not the same. 363 attack is pretty good. Green sharpness? Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that's good. Okay, what about other equipment? Are we ready to start hunting? Rhinopolis helm. I think Jaggy equipment would probably be the way to go, right? It's gonna give me attack up. Alloy is also not bad, because it gives me expert. But attack up is always gonna be better for all. Scholar's skirt. What does it give me? Health, psychic, fate. Jag. Yeah, it gives me attack up. What does Yukumo give? Protection? Wide range? Hi, Daniel. It's not quite high sci-fi. Yeah, Armored Core isn't really high sci-fi, is it? It's more just like... It's just like mecha... Japanese... It's just Japanese mecha. How do you make an ice sword in this game? I thought it would be an upgrade off of the Iron Gospel. The Iron... Apparently not. Probably just have to look it up. So there is an ice longsword you can make. Is that Rei Ayanami? No, I'm playing as Chirno! I would never play as Rei Ayanami. That bitch. Attention-seeking whore. Yeah, I guess when I think of, like, high sci-fi, I think of, like humans have been in space for thousands of years. Like, I'm talking, like Warhammer, or, like, Dune, or, like, Star Wars. Where it's, like, it's space! And, like, it's become so normalized and in people's culture to just jump from planet to planet using technology that was designed thousands of years ago that people don't even really understand anymore. That's the kind of, like, sci-fi where I'm like, yeah. Hunter Royal Ludroth? Hunter Gobel? I could just go straight up against a Rathian, but I feel like Rathian's gonna kick my ass. Maybe I should, Why is there no quest to hunt a Great Jaggy? Kirapeko? Wait a minute, did I not unlock Lagombi armor? How much do you think the Lego Dalmaduro cost? At least $2,000. I'm not joking. Lagombi? Yeah, Lagombi. Oh, I think I need baggy stuff. But that's cute. What does it give? Cold resistance, evade distance. I need to hunt Great Jaggy. Maybe I should just play offline for a little bit. Moga Village. I can only play for like another 45 minutes, by the way. 40 minutes, I think. Okay, yep. But now that I have a good weapon, things should be a little bit easier. I'm excited to see how much my Elytron is going to cost people. Because Celtis Queen ended up being like $200, all things considered, with Celtis, and yeah, Dalmador is going to be massive. Whetstone. Right, I got that earlier. A customer? I know. Just give me an iron pickaxe. Waste my money on more pickaxes. Jedi Fallen Order? Oh, yeah, no, Jedi Fallen Order is literally that. That's probably the closest thing we got to, like, to a vaguely Souls-like... That cutscene went way faster than it was supposed to. How much money do you make from YouTube? Not a lot. Patreon, I make a lot more money. It also just depends on the month. It depends on if I upload a video, how much money I make. I'm prioritizing Patreon right now. In terms of like getting those donations, it's very helpful. It means a lot to me. YouTube is helpful as well. Like, gives me a little bit extra money, but basically I'm not living off the donations, but it's a massive bonus that helps me get my life on track, basically. So I'm very appreciative of all of you guys and people, you know, donating the money. Eventually, what will probably happen is, like, once I have made all of the monsters in Monster Hunter, or like, you know, like the Patreon sort of like the fad finally dies, I'll probably upload all of my instructions to like a normal like instruction uploading website, because they exist, and then that way people can just buy them as like a flat fee as an actual like product. Right now, again, I'm not really classifying my work as a product. I just happen to be doing a Monster Hunter project that you guys happen to be donating to support, and if you donate to support my project and my videos, then I provide the instructions back to all of you. Yeah, I don't want it to seem... I really don't like the idea of it being like you're paying me for the work, because that doesn't feel right. It should be a donation. Oh, we gotta build a camp. There is no camp. It got destroyed. That's my son. Dude, your ass is just out. Ooh, I can't move the camera. I wanted to move the camera, but now we have this to look at. Raw meat. You have raw meat. What? Okay, I can't actually return to village through the menu yet. Can I? No, I can't. Cool. I didn't like in Portable Third how they moved the camp from Area 2 to Area 1. It was weird. I don't know why they did that. It made it seem like Deserted Island is gone in Portable Third. It was like the bad ending. I want Chief's son. Where'd my cat go? I was gonna do a cat cam, but I guess she's gone. The chief! Hey! Fixed up the roads. Yep, alright, barbecue spit. Villager requests. I need 30 resources. Hunt report. I got 1 resource. Okay, yeah, we can just do some free hunting. Okay, this was very nice to chill. To future streams, gotta go. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate you guys coming by. It means a lot to me. It's good vibes, you know? Good vibes. Thank you. Well, the wife said, he's just like me. He doesn't read any of it. Well, I should clarify here. I should point out here that I have played this game enough times where it's like I basically already know what they're saying, but also too a lot of it is just flavor text. A lot of it is meaningless. That's one thing I really like about the newer titles is they don't do nonsensical flavor text that means nothing. They're very straight to the point. Like, do this, or they'll crack like 1 joke instead of like 4 paragraphs of jokes. Give me more money. Thank you. Yo, give me iron ore. When does he give you? I know he gives you iron ore at some point. Let's go back out. I could do some cooking. My cat did show up. Hold on. Let's go to Jake Cam. I mean, Jake Cam is always on, but check this out. Look at her. Look how cute she is. Sometimes she just lies on my keyboard, and I'm worried that she might do that. Oh. I need to set up like a separate cat cam. Do you like that? Do you like the Fooly Cooly in the background? Okay, I'm going back to the game. I only got like 20 more minutes with you guys, then I gotta go. Because I've got a thing at 6 o'clock my time, which is coming up pretty soon here. It's good though, I was able to get a good long stream in. We'll chat with you guys, show off the SPNAS instructions. Okay, we're gonna murderficate. We're gonna murderficate these dinosaurs. Yucky bugs. Next stream I gotta make it more clickbaity, my thumbnail. It needs to be like playing the worst Monster Hunter game ever, and it'll be GU. I'll just name it I Hate Monster Hunter Now. And it's just me playing GU. That'd be funny. What happened to Monster Hunter? Not the same anymore. My turn to hunt. You have a great time. Thanks for stopping by. Just do a black background with lots of red circles on it. Yeah, straight up. Like, I think I might like put in like something that looks kind of like Monster Hunter, but it's not actually Monster Hunter, like one of those like Chinese clones. Yo, these Shaggy are cranked up. Leave me alone. Nice. Jacob asserting dominance. One Lego monster I'm looking forward to is a Cantor and Eucanlos. Yeah, I want to. I want to get a Cantor done at some point. And Eucanlos I feel like would be pretty easy. Is the shaping is just like large white shaping. It'd be very heavy. It'd be a very heavy monster. Now, I'll be sure to put lots of like pink pieces on the inside so that while you're building it, you get... I have lots of pink, so yeah, I'll just probably make the inside all pink. You're building like, oh, it's like its body. It's little, meaty bits. I made enough resources, so it should be good. I'll kill a few more Jaggy though. It would actually be pretty fun just to like quickly throw together Eucanlos. I feel like Eucanlos would actually be pretty easy. And Eucanlos is a monster I always forget about, but it's like one of the very first ice monsters, because they did Blangunga, which is an ice monster, and then technically Kashaladara can deliver ice damage, but it's not an ice monster. And then yeah, you had Eucanlos. There wasn't a lot of ice monsters. Not a lot. Right, I don't end the quest that way. I have to... I don't even have Return to Village as an option yet. That's insane. Was there no ice in 1? There's no ice in 1. Ice was an element. It was not an element. My biggest complaint for Lego Brachydios is its balancing. I know. You're not the first person to say that. Mine holds up just fine, so I don't know what I did in the digital model. I think maybe I made part of it too heavy in the digital model, because mine has always had no issue standing. Like, mine's just standing right now. I can look at it. So I don't know what I did to it to make it not stand very well in the instructions version. Nice. Give me ore. Mega pickaxe, that's fine. Thunderbugs. Iron lance. I need to save my money. Did she just say nuts? Nuts? I forgot the laundry? No. Say that again. No, she's not. Whatever. Give me more money. Thank you. I love that. I love how it just gives you money. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay. You know what if or when the 5th gen music video is coming out? Eventually. I want to make it. I just haven't prioritized it. I should probably make it soon just to get like a video out. Because I should try to make at least one video a month. Yeah. We'll do one more expedition and then I'll probably end the stream. Need some iron ore. I also remember that the upper body was a ton of flat plates and not bricks that made it a lot heavier. I do remember that. But I think it was to make it sturdy. What? To make it sturdy. No, it's not weird. My, I have, the link to add me as a friend on Discord is public, and anyone is allowed to add me as a friend. You can send me messages if you want. I might not always reply though, and that's just because I'm busy and I have a lot of messages I gotta deal with like all the time. So, just what I'm basically saying is don't take it personally if I take like 3 days to respond, or I just don't respond at all. Yeah. I love collecting honey. Burgundy? Burgundy? What's Burgundy? Hello. So the village elder wanted me to go to Area 4 and collect iron ore. I assume that this is probably just meant to be like the tutorial for collecting iron. So I guess the player would be kind of confused what to do. Their weapon can't do anything. Mega pickaxe. It'll always give you iron ore, probably, right? Yeah, here this is definitely a tutorial. Yeah, I got the iron ore, and I only get the one thing. Cool. No giggies? Oh, there they are. Third Island would be cool to get like a 6th gen remake. I'd like a 6th gen remaster of some maps. I do have a feeling that the next game is gonna be like an anniversary title, and they're gonna reuse assets from Rise. I don't see them reusing assets from World because they're on the RE engine now, and I think that they. What Monster Hunter probably needs, or at least what they probably want to do with Monster Hunter, is they want to treat it like old school Monster Hunter, where there was a lot of carryover from game to game. You could reuse a lot of assets, but like World and Rise were both like completely brand new assets from the ground up, and I'm sure that they probably just want with the next title to be genuine new, to not be everything be genuine new, but rather be reusing some assets. It would just be easier. Easier to produce, faster to produce, cheaper to produce. We get a game faster, we get more content in the game. There's not wasting like 3 years development time, like remaking everything from the ground up. They could just copy and paste the Rathian and Rathalos and all them. And the RE engine seems to be doing really well for them. They're doing everything on the RE engine. Everything. Might as well just kill these guys. Get the resource points. That one will live. Cannot return to the village yet. I wonder when they give me the option for that. The game definitely looks better on the Wii. Monster Hunter Base, Monster Hunter Tri is based. It looks better. The skyboxes look better. The textures look better. That texture looks really bad. I bet on the 3DS it looks fine, but it's kind of rough. Oh, do I have to like actually talk to him? Oh, village request. There we go. That old son of a gunner. Yeah? Head farmer. Okay. I'm sure they would update the textures, and they'd probably update the models just a little bit, but it would be cheaper and easier for them to just use the RE engine models that are already ready to go. They would probably just modify them. Blue mushroom? How much can I do? 3? There we go. Chicory. Shishery? I don't need to change your name. You're good. Your name is good. Gigatons of water. gigatons. They don't measure things in the metric system. Oh, actually, I need that. I need the fishing harpoon. So the next thing I have to do is go on another expedition, but I'm gonna call it here. We got a lot done. A lot of items. We hunted the Lagombi. If I check my guild card. Yeah, the arena quest does count towards kills, so neat. Let's go to Jake Cam. Okay. I love being a floating head because my shirt is the way that it is. I want to thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. I am very thankful. You're all based. It's always a blast being able to talk to you guys and just, you know, shoot the shit. Talk about Monster Hunter. I wish I was on more podcasts. I feel like I do really good on podcasts. What does that sound? Oh, the game is playing the intro. Yeah, I wish maybe I was on more podcasts. Maybe I should just... I don't want to set up my own because there's an expectation, but I just do things on my own schedule. So I just need to make more videos, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Good night from Austria. You have a wonderful night, sir. Stefan, Steven, however it's pronounced. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your night. I think it's always fun chatting with you guys, spending time with you guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful time. I don't know when I'll stream next. Might be next week, might be next month. Who knows? But have you ever heard of the Monster Mash podcast? No, I have not. Should I look into that? Is that Monster Hunter related? I don't know. We'll talk soon. Have a good night, everybody. See ya. Bye-bye. I don't know what's going on with the audio. I'll put on some like the guild hall music, I guess, because I don't know why it's super slow. Yeah, let's play this. Have a great night, guys.